Hey, this is Equals Surf Ireland Crypto. And if you like the content, give me a like and give me a subscription or subscribe. Okay. So this is the king. This is Bitcoin. Okay. And this is just a couple of patterns that I've seen. Now, I'm not saying this will play out. Okay. Bitcoin, can be quite hard to determine what the hell it's doing, especially on a weekend. Okay. It's, the best of times it's kind of very volatile all over the place, and it can be very, very hard to determine what it's doing, especially on the weekend. Okay, so there's nothing really set in stone here. These are just my own ramblings and thoughts. Okay, but just a couple of patterns I'm seeing right now. Okay, so this is the 2-hour chart, and firstly we have a flagpole coming into what I think is a bull flag. Okay, now again, this is low time frames. Okay, so this is just a long shot, right? So there's your pole, and there's my pole. There's the target up at $70,500. Okay, that would be the target once we break out of this flag. Okay, so what am I seeing here? So within the flag, we have the white here. We have resistance up here at 65,329 running along here that Bitcoin's having trouble with. And we have a support line, a clear trend line support here running down diagonally down. Okay, and then we have the bottom here, which is needs to kind of hold 63,000. We did have a wick down, okay, to 62,000. So right now it's ranging, okay, as I'd said previously. Bitcoin is ranging in between kind of 63,000 and 66,402, okay? So yeah, you're going to get all these ranging, okay? But right now, Bitcoin is coming to the apex of an ascending wedge, okay, which you can see here, okay? It's going to zoom in for you. Okay, so that I can see movement here. All right. Now let's just say it comes in here, and we either if we break out of this green line here, which we're on the verge of doing now, that's a break of the bull flag. Okay, which would send us up into here into the apex of the ascending triangle. Okay, so this is the hourly. It might be a bit clearer here. So once we break this, we're on the verge of break it now. Come back and retest it. I'd like to see it move up here and then make a pop up past 65,329. Okay, and then we're starting to move. But again, it's the weekend, but these are just formations I'm seeing Bitcoin kind of setting up. It's the short time frame as well. I'll show you another formation in a while, another thing I'm seeing as well, okay? So these are things, this is how you're looking, you're watching, all right? So what is Bitcoin doing right now? It's been held on the line, okay, of the parallel channel, of the bull flag, okay? But I'm saying, yeah, we could break out, come back, confirm, and then start wiggling around in here and then get moved into the apex, okay? So what is the target of that? So what I'm seeing with the target, if this breaks, this wedge, okay, eventual breakout would be 67,810. I'm going to put that into white just so it can be clearer, okay? So the breakout of this would be 67,810, okay, which would be a breakout of the overall parallel channel, and that overall parallel channel would be up here at 70,522 target, okay? Now, as I've said previously many times, nothing goes up in a straight line. This could take days, okay? But it's good to see this movement here. I'm just seeing these formations. And this is what you're looking at. You're kind of looking and you chop and change. TA is about changing your analysis as things change. This could all break down, okay, and back down into the channel here, okay, and back down to maybe to 60,000, which is actually a support. I can see it quite clearly here, okay, right there. That would be a support, right? So we could break down and still be in the channel here, okay? So you have to prepare kind of and be thinking about all eventualities. What is telling me also is that there could be a move coming here, is the volume profile is dropping off. You can see this here. it's dropping. Okay, so it's higher here. That means it's been moved into an explosive move is coming. And that generally means that there's, the volatility is dropping off, but it's going to come back into the market. Okay, so that's what that is telling me down here. You can see the volume profile is dropping off. So we'd wait for an explosion. Again, this move would need to come with high volume popping off. All right. So these are things I'm thinking of right now on Bitcoin. We're in a wedge. Okay. You can quite clearly see here, this is the 4-hour chart. The target of that would be 67,810 if we do break out of it. We're in a falling channel here, bull flag. We're at the line now of the top of the resistance of bull flag, testing it. If we do break out of the bull flag, the target is 70,522. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look at the stochastics. Okay, so this is the 4-hour stochastic. Yeah, we're at the top. We could even have a small pullback here, okay, which would coincide with us pulling back into the channel, all right, and back into the wedge a small bit, right? So that could bring us down here, okay? If I look at the 12-hour, we're right at the bottom, okay, and we're oversold. That's quite nice to see. That shows that there's a lot more momentum to come up. And the daily, we're pretty low down as well, as you can see. So yeah, we could have a small little pullback first before we make a move, but this could take a bit of time. And people always ask me, why are you looking at Bitcoin? Why are we looking at Bitcoin? I don't own any Bitcoin. Doesn't matter whether you own any Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. It leads the market. And whatever Bitcoin does, right now the alts are going to react. We're not in an alt season, okay? We're not in the parabolic phase the alts run. And, if you're not in an alt season, the alts will run with Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does here, whether it goes down or up, the alts will react, okay? So yeah, right now, Bitcoin is just ranging in between the two ranges. It's setting up formations for a move. I'm going to show you another formation in a minute that I am seeing as well. Awesome. So this is Bitcoin on the daily, and this is another chart I'm looking at actually here. Actually, I think that's down a bit lower. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is another formation I've seen on the daily chart. We're in a massive rising wedge, okay? Generally speaking, these are bearish and they break down, okay? Now, if that broke down, the target would be around $57,000. But in an uptrend, we're coming into an uptrend, and it being in the bull run, in the parabolic phase, we've every chance of breaking up, and the target would be $82,672. Okay, so you've got the resistance here, you have the support here. Okay, now the closer we get into the apex here, we would be looking at a breakout. You would probably see this chart become more prevalent if we keep maintaining this support here. And right now, I like the way we're hitting the support. I'd like to see us keep moving that way, which means we will be eventually break our all-time high. But we are coming to a crescendo, and a breakout will happen. Where are they going to break down? Which would be 57,000 would be the target, or up to 82,672. Now, we actually have a lot of confluence here. We have another thing that points to that, which is quite interesting. If I go to the 2017 bull run, from its top to its bottom, which is here, okay, top to the bottom, okay, so it was, sorry, that's actually wrong, 1 second. Yeah, so it's actually from the top of our previous top to the bottom, we're getting a fib of 1.168 at $84,000. Okay, which you can see here. So the 82,000 target isn't, isn't, I'm not saying it's not going to happen or whatever, but it could happen. Okay, so there's a bit of confluence there. Now, one other thing, and this is just something we need to watch. So again, I'll just go to the daily chart. When I go to the let's say the 2017 bull run, and what is that telling me? Okay, so now there's a lot of analysts who will just do this from the very top to the bottom of the bull run. Okay, in 2017, this is where Bitcoin's top comes in for the next top of the bull run, and this is what they believe. Okay, so what is that? That's around $75,000. There's, they believe the top is coming in for Bitcoin and the market. And, that's if you're measuring from the 2017 top of the bull run to the bottom of the bear market. Okay. Now, I don't really know. I don't know what to subscribe to, but that's another interesting thought. Okay. So they do believe that the top is coming in at 75,000 and that it's over. Okay. But we will see. Okay, so this is pointing. Certainly, I will be respecting that fib at 75,000 and keeping my eye open. But right now, we are, I will watch that and I'll see if we do get a 75,000 if we break up. But my target would be 82,000. Okay, now up around these prices, it will be getting pretty hairy, and I will be keeping my eyes open. Okay. Usually when Bitcoin starts retracing from its all-time high, the Bitcoins go in their parabolic all season. Okay, so yeah, this is Bitcoin. That's another idea. Okay, so what we have here is, I'll go into the daily again, a bit easier to see. Okay, we have it in a big rising wedge. Target up would be 82,000 with a bit of confluence. Okay, at 84, one of the fibs. We have the top of the bull run, 4.23 extension. From top of the bull run 2017 to the bottom of the bull in the bear market is showing a 75,000 top for Bitcoin. I'm not saying that is the case, but I will be certainly keeping my eyes open. If we break down, we're going to 57,000. Okay, so just keep your eyes open here. That's another thought on Bitcoin and where we're at and what I'm looking at in different formations. Okay, and this is one last formation I'm looking at as well on Bitcoin. Short term 2-hour chart, we have a bit of an inverse head and shoulder going on. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If we can come back up here, bounce even at this line down around here at 63,845 and start coming up back up to the neckline here at 65,489, which is actually big resistance. If we can break that, that is showing me that the target would be at 67,796, which would be confluent with my little breakout of the wedge previously in the other formations I'd shown you. Okay, so I'm watching this as well. So we do have an inverse head and shoulders, which is actually like a Bart Simpson pattern, straight down, straight across, and straight back up, which I've seen thousands of times. But again, it's the weekend. We'll see tomorrow whether these will play out. But that's the inverse head and shoulders. 67,800 roughly would be the target of the inverse head and shoulders. All right, so that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. The market leader, the king, doesn't matter whether you have it. It'll dictate to generally what your altcoins will do. And yeah, this is Surf Ireland Crypto. If you do like my content, give me a subscription and give me a like. Awesome.